Well, here's the next step at this house. We're gonna build an enclosure around these propane tanks. So I gotta pour a concrete footer. I'm gonna use cinder block. I'm gonna build a little roof. So we gotta finish digging. The kid already got most of it. Well, we gotta go down a little further. Try to get this foundation in here. So yeah, while we're working here, the Karen came out again. Wants to know why we're pouring concrete. There's no need for concrete near this house. I mean, what are you talking about, lady? See the boulders? Luckily, we got the Bosch over here. Bosch goes through these boulders like nothing. So yeah, she came running over. She said, my husband's in-house counsel for a roofer. Oh, your husband's a lawyer? He didn't tell you to mind your own business? I mean, it's funny. The husband never comes over and says nothing. It's always the wife. Always has something to say at what we're doing. Why? Just mind your own business. We were doing this. We were pouring these blocks. And apparently, we're not allowed to pour concrete on this job. I don't know. I don't understand the mentality. But we'll see what we can do here. Try to build a little shed around this. You know, it's funny. I'm always respectful to her, too. When she comes over, I try to go out of my way to explain things to her, what we're doing, why we're doing it. You know, the house flooded when my customer first moved in 2020. But because the previous homeowner was friends with her and lied to them or just didn't tell them they had a flood, she's trying to say there's never a flood here. So I'm always respectful. I don't make noise until the afternoon. I'm not here 6 a.m. making noise, waking them up. So I don't understand the problem. I'm just going to continue to be respectful and just keep it moving. I mean, the only thing she can do is keep calling the township on me, which she's been doing. Just got to keep it moving, that's all. Can't get upset about it. It's obvious she doesn't know what she's talking about. I mean, I'm not ripping the roof off. So what does the husband have anything to do with the work we're doing here? In-house counsel for a roofer. Has nothing to do with what we're doing here. I don't know if she's glitching out or what. I don't know what's going on. See, when I finally put the sod and the soil in, probably going to be about here. Somewhere around there. So I'm going to need my footer a lot deeper than that. Because I don't need this thing sliding off that little hill there. Let me try to get a better angle. Yeah, I don't need them sliding off of there. So we're just gonna build a little enclosure, maybe 7-8 foot high, little roof. And I'll leave the front open here. And I'm probably gonna have to put some kind of vent at the top, just so there's airflow. Then later, if she wants, we could put some doors in for her or something, or just leave it open. My next step at this house was gonna be the sod and the soil. But she doesn't want to get the machine right now. I gotta rent a skid loader to get the soil down here with forks and get the sod down here. So we're just gonna focus on this, and I'm gonna get back to the house also. See the siding over there? Gotta remove the rest of the siding and do the stucco. We'll paint everything. I gotta finish the bottom. Some of the concrete that we're doing over here, I'm gonna stucco and paint that also, the sides. and then maybe the spring will do this. I wanted to get rid of this thing, throw it in the dumpster. This is a cover for that oil tank. But being that she paid 16 grand for a new unit up in the attic and also for this heat pump here, and it's not working, she has to keep using this. We were going to remove it. I'll show you the unit inside. Check this out. I mean, I'm not an HVAC guy, but this boiler here does the heat and the hot water in the house. So it looks like you got 3 zones here. You got 1, 2, 3, but they're not separated. There's no zone valves, there's nothing. So when I try to bleed them, I would bleed them one at a time because, you know, the system's making a lot of noise. There's air in the system, obviously. I try to bleed one at a time, and it's just, you can't get all the air out. So yesterday I did it different. I closed this valve, and this valve, and then I tried to bleed one at a time. I opened this one, bleed it here, let in some fresh water, you know, make sure it's at 20 PSI. Which it is. I don't know much, but I know a little bit. And I did it again, and it sounds a little better, but there's still air in the system. I don't understand. A big company like this, they install this, and there's no zone valves? Come on, man. I don't know if it's just this area where I'm working, all the contractors are bootleggers, but I've run into a lot of problems on this job with the work, the quality of work that's been done. I know nobody wants to hear me complain, but I'm just being honest. People spend a lot of money, and for what? For what? So when I bled that yesterday, gave me a chance to test the sump pump. I bled it into the sump pump. That's still working. I'm definitely going to try to get the Karen on video so I got some evidence. But usually when it happens, she runs out so quick, like the Tasmanian devil, snaps out on us and then disappears. But she's home right now, so we'll see what happens. So my customer just went out, so I like to try to keep the garage clean. I like to hit it with the blower whenever she leaves. Let's hit it up. This little blower, I think I paid like $70 for it at Home Depot. Little Toro blower. Thing works pretty good. Definitely be better to have a backpack blower, but this is what I got. It's so powerful, you can't even sit it down and turn it on. It takes off on you. It has more power than its own weight. Watch. That's on low. Well, cord's too short. Those drains still working. Concrete finally turned white. I didn't get a chance to do anything down here yet. I will though eventually. Gonna have to do something over here too. And yeah, the rain never washed this dirt down, so I'm probably gonna have to do that too with a shovel. Yeah, so I guess on this project here, building this enclosure, I guess what I'm gonna do is every day I'll just do an update video. I mean, it's not the end of the day yet, but I'm probably gonna stop this video here. This way I have something to upload every day. But this is what the kid's running into. This stuff is brutal. But I try to explain to him, you see the way the boulders run? They're running like this. You got to get in between them and hit them with the hammer, and it just splits them. But if you try to go this way against the grain, it's just not going to work. It's just, you know, stuff is tough. So basically, it'll slice this way, but trying to chop it like across here is a lot tougher to do. So I guess I'll do another video tomorrow. See where we're at, where the progress is. But this has to come way down. And hopefully this pad doesn't skate off of there before I get to put the foundation in, the footer. Because I'm going to go all the way around it with the footer. And the front's going to be a lot deeper, of course. Just got to keep it moving on this job. Can't worry about other people.